more than 20 years, Byron Buckley has been in the field of media and communication. He's had stints at the Jamaica Observer and Jam Press and is currently an associate editor at the Gleaner newspaper. Now he goes in pursuit of a new capacity, the president of the Press Association of Jamaica. We'll try to find out exactly why Byron Buckley is heading for this job as president, what's his mission and his vision. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you, Damion.
What is the real mission behind Byron Buckley going as president of the Press Association of Jamaica?
Well, first of all, Damion, I have a vision of the Press Association of Jamaica being elevated on par with the premier professional organizations in Jamaica. Right now, it's below them in status and influence, and I want to elevate the sleeping giant.
Now, I would assume that you would have at least 4 main targets you would be seeking to aspire or seeking to achieve. What are those main targets?
Well, let me answer that by just stating to you, Damion, what my vision is, which my mission is. My mission is to improve the professional image of the Press Association of Jamaica, to give it more influence as a pressure group, and to reconnect our international connections.
Why then do you think you are the best person to become president of the Press Association?
Well, my background and my strength really is in organizational skills and organizational behavior. I'm trained in it, and I have a lot of experience in communities, in organizing communities, even at a church level. I am what you would probably call a lay leader, and so therefore I think I can bring that kind of skill to bear on the management of the PAJ.
You mentioned earlier that you would like to transform or improve on the level of professionalism in the media landscape. The Press Association of Jamaica has been around for many years. Certainly there have been views that the association has weakened in terms of its own authority over the years. You have been a part of the current executive as the secretary of the PAJ. Does your bid for leadership indicate that the current leadership of the PAJ has not delivered?
I feel the PAJ is a sleeping giant. We have made some strides over the last 2 years, but I feel that there's a wide potential that needs to be realized, and I feel that I'm the best person in terms of vision and skill and energy to take it to the next level. I want to build on the foundation that's been there already.
Any critical area you're concentrating on?
Well, as I said before, I really think that as perhaps one of the oldest professional groups in Jamaica, we're 65 come next week, I believe that our influence on national policy making is very low, and I really intend to up the ante in terms of our lobbying power. And secondly, as a professional association, we're way down there on the rank. I don't see no reason why we can't be up there among the premier groups, and we'll be working about building the professional image and status of the organization. Those are my 2 driving things: professionalism and modernization.
In terms of the newsroom operations, you have daily discussions with persons who are working in media, especially those who are younger, and they tend to wonder, what's in the PAJ for me? How does a Byron Buckley hope to incorporate so much more of the younger population of journalism today?
There are 3 main ways, 3 main programs I have in mind. One, we certainly need to have more benefits in terms of training opportunities, scholarships and so on, development opportunities for the younger journalists. Secondly, I believe that we can do much more in terms of just comradeship. We don't have a very strong social network going on, and I plan to get that going across the media houses. And thirdly, I believe we can get a menu of benefits going for journalists in terms of maybe things like purchasing concessionary rates at various places of business and so on. Those are matters we're going to be working on. But a very important one, we did some work last year investigating whether the PAJ can become a union. We came to the consensus that rather than go the route of a union, we could become what we call an advisory council to the current unionized media houses, and therefore we'll be able to influence broad working conditions kind of policies for workers. But certainly correspondents who are not fully integrated in the media houses could benefit from us starting a media subsidiary.
One of the issues too, especially as it relates to correspondence, is to sustain the membership in the respective organization. The PAJ is headquartered in Kingston, but there are correspondents and journalists all across Jamaica. Is there any vision to consolidate the efforts and to ensure that the membership across the island is sustained and is active?
Part of my vision to achieve professionalization would be to set up chapters in the remote areas. We're thinking specifically of Mid-Island and the West. And of course, also there's a program to open what we call cells on the university campuses. Again, you have one in Mid-Island and you have a couple in Kingston.
What do you consider the current strength of the PAJ? Or maybe I should say the current strengths of the PAJ?
Well, as I said, don't forget that the PAJ is one of the oldest professional groups. So I believe it has name recognition, and just the media itself, by virtue of us being the fourth estate, and we are expected to play a strong role in a modern democracy, then people expect a lot from the PAJ and journalists per se.
You spoke a while ago to the issue of setting up cell sites in the respective training institutions. That would indicate that you're trying to reach the journalists entering the fields or the reporters just entering the fields. But in terms of an overall program of training for those who are now in the profession, is that on your agenda?
Again, part of my thrust for professionalization is that we think that there needs to be some core training courses that media practitioners undergo. Right now, almost anybody who takes up a pen calls themselves a journalist. Under my administration, what we will do is set up some core courses that you have to pass before you can really be termed or styled a journalist.
The current president, Desmond Richards, has been in the capacity for just over 2 terms, and certainly he has had significant support in his tenure. What has been the support for your bid as president of the PAJ?
Well, I have been, in fact, last year I was approached by members in the fraternity and also on the executive, I must say, to run as president. Desmond said then that he wanted to complete another term, and so I stood aside. But now there's this driving push from persons for me to go as a candidate, and I'm just bowing to the people's pressure.
What are you picking up from the old school, so to speak?
Well, the reception from me out there is mixed. The whole school is getting some positive encouragement from them, but also among the younger persons, they want to see a change.
You have been a press secretary to a former government of Jamaica Prime Minister. Is there any feel that it may be an issue in the campaign for your presidency?
Well, it probably should be an elevating one, that a likely president of the PAJ sat in one of the highest professional positions in the land, that of press secretary to the Prime Minister. It should really help my candidacy in terms of my connections and my contacts and my vision.
In 15 seconds, Byron Buckley, what's the last word you have for those who will vote for you or you would like to vote for you?
I just want to say to my potential supporters that it's time for a sleeping giant called the PAJ to awake. I want to rouse it so it can go and achieve its full potential as a lobby group and an interest group on behalf of media practitioners.
Any idea at this point exactly who the other contenders may be?
So far, only Desmond has indicated he'll run again for the presidency, nobody else has.
Byron Buckley, candidate for the president of the Press Association of Jamaica, speaking with us here today. I'm Damion Mitchell. Thanks for watching.
Hi, I am Byron Buckley, and I'm running for president of the Press Association of Jamaica. Please vote for me. Thank you.